Hello traders, how are you? Vladimir Ribakov here from Traders Academy Club, and welcome to the weekly Forex forecast and market analysis video. This video is for the week of 14 to 19 of June 2020. I hope you are well and safe and you are holding out there in this situation the world is facing, and I hope everything is fine for you and yours. For this week I prepared a very interesting list, but before we start digging deeper into the market analysis and the opportunities on the market, if you are new to this channel, so first of all, welcome to our great community. I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel. Just follow the subscribe button below this video, and please remember to enable the notification ring so you are notified when a new content is available for you, like my day trading ideas. I would also love to invite you to join our trading club, Traders Academy Club, and to join our free Telegram channel. Both links could be found below this video in the description or in the pinned comment inside the comment section. On Monday, as every week, we publish the weekly forecast in a text format, in a text version. So you can follow that on my blog, vladimirribakov.com, or just come back to this video and you would find the direct link to that in the comment section or in the description. You can also follow my emails, and I announce once it's ready. So the idea of the text version is to take the things I talk about in this video and to put it in a written format, written structure for your comfort. So you can always come back to this post and to refer to the ideas as we discussed about them. As that will be available for you on Monday as every week. So what do we have for this coming week? Dollar CAD, Aussie Kiwi, Euro Yen, Silver, Oil, Ethereum, and Lufthansa, which also I find interesting. So let's begin then. The first one is the Dollar CAD. A very interesting pair considering the fact that more than 70% of retail traders are sitting in longs already. As we know, most of the times the retail traders attack the market too early. That's the fact. And the majority are sitting in longs and way above 138, which is a long time ago. So how does that look like, and what's next? So as for now, the pressure is bearish. The monthly also starts to look interesting for a longer term here, as we can see. Pretty strong negative, which makes me think we are under some potential corrective period if this divergence completes on the moving average at the end of the month. Watching on the weekly, bouncing from this extreme divergence right at the beginning of the year, brings with itself a very strong bounce. We do not have a hidden divergence done yet. We do not have any signs that this trend is over yet as well, because right now the swing highs and the swing lows are all going down on a daily time frame. I also don't see an obvious ending divergence on that part, which makes me think there is potentially more to come. Now, watching in a shorter term view, we did face here slow down. This was pretty obvious by itself. So the way I see right now, dollar CAD is in some corrective phase, which could be two waves and could be also some sort of a ranging period right now before bearish continuation. So from my point of view, these highs, if are created, are good opportunities to look for bearish evidences and potential bearish continuation. Of course, I would love to see here some good divergence signs developing and forming, and from there look to again potential bearish continuation. Another very interesting fact here is look at what zone we enter. When we observe on the pivot scale, right now the ranges are very wide, as you can see. Okay, they were getting wider and wider and wider. Very likely to assume after it opens up that the range of the pivot zones would shrink and become a close area, and this was the first visit here, as you can see, on the red zone after look at this, after it was surrounding by a very strong supportive zone. So that makes me think once again, once we enter to this area, and I do expect the levels to shrink and become closer to each other, so the resistances will not be too wide, that would be the place for us to pay attention to the box, which would be surrounded by the pivots levels, both weekly and the daily, and that would be the good place to look for the signs to ride a bearish continuation. Also very important to pay attention to the dynamic 200 moving average. As you can see, it's been a very serious resistance by far on the riding down once the reversal took place. So that's my view for the dollar CAD. What do you think about dollar CAD? Are we going up? If yes, up to where? And if we're going down, where from and where to? Share your views with other people that watch the video and read the comments. Please drop your view and your feedback in the comment section below this video. Also, I would like to ask your support and your help in the work I do and in the channel. If you find it useful, helpful, educational, beneficial, please show your support back. Hit the like button below this video. Drop some comments in the comment section. Your help is a big help to the channel and to me. And I would like to ask your help here to support back in the work we do for you. Also, feel free to share this video with anyone you want. It's completely open and free for the community. So feel free to spread the word if you believe someone can enjoy from this analysis and these videos. So the next one on the list is Aussie Kiwi, and as you might know, if you follow my videos on the last weeks, I have been expecting to see this correction taking place. And it's so far going very good, and the question is, what is next? So my assumption is that the correction is running to its end very soon. We remember this weekly zone. We cleaned it, and right after that there is a great engulfing right here that causes, together with the false breakout and the bearish divergence, causes the negative divergence to start and the correction to take place. Right now we are moving from one Bollinger to another. We might go slightly more to 50% or create duplication here, which brings me to the area of the 106 down to 105. This is a massive supportive area. If we plot the Fibonacci on this movement, this trending structure, this is where we are surrounding the 38, and even slightly lower we can find the 50%. So I believe the closer we get there, the stronger the bullish pressure that this pair will start to examine, and I believe from there we should see the pair continuing higher. So on the shorter term we might see some retraces, but likely to assume they would be temporary to complete this correction towards the levels. We also have to remember that there is always a possibility that we will be moving inside a range for some while as a corrective phase, but the view that I have is the closer we get to this area, also pay attention to the dynamic 200 moving average, which changes the slope to the bullish. that should be a good place to look for bullish evidences and to look for the buy opportunities, taking this price to the upside. Very interesting fact that also about this pair, currently around 65% of the traders are in sales, and that was from around 105.60, 105.50 in average price, and we know that the closer we get to such levels, the more excitement it becomes, the more money sellers start to throw inside, and another factor that the bulls could come in. So again, those of you who are enjoying the ride that we've been anticipating on the last weeks, it is a good place and time to enjoy it right now, but pay attention, of course, to the levels mentioned. And once we stop and we start to see reversals like false breakouts and higher highs, higher lows created on the lower time frame, this is a sign to consider management and switching the directions. So this is my view on the Aussie Kiwi. Also, if we take a look here on the pivotal view, look what happens. From the very negative zone, we enter right now. It's still wide, but we enter right now to the supportive area here. And that's, again, I believe the levels would start to shrink. Look how wide they are, okay? Getting wider and wider on the weekly. They will slowly start to shrink. And as the price come closer to these zones, this area, and more blue lines from the weekly and the daily pivots would surround the area, the stronger the pressure we will see on this pair. Very interesting. Let me know what do you think about the Aussie Kiwi. And right now we're moving to the next one from the Forex. This is the Euro versus the Yen. If my analysis is correct here, then we are currently dealing with a weekly triple cycle with the bullish divergence, expecting corrective cycle. Corrective cycle in such cases could be two waves or a range. This or other way around, buy the drops, buy the dips is, from my point of view, the right thing to do if we find good evidences to that. So that's from the weekly. On the daily, we were gaining a huge momentum here on each of the coming legs, with extreme divergence hinting for a bounce and a correction, which currently happens. It brings back immediately the thought about a possible further continuation. Once again, on the weekly we can be experiencing two waves or move inside the range. But this or other way around, this area, as closer we get there, becomes more stronger for bullish evidences. So dropping lower here is what we currently face. ABCD correction took place, and there are two ways that it might start to behave from here. And I will cover these two scenarios to follow, both of them for the bullish view. And here is the first one. Deeper correction could be done if this becomes a third low. Then it is considered to be the first leg. Then some bounces. One more drop to complete here some good divergence. And continuation forward. The second scenario that the Euro Yen could start and do is to consider that this was already a completed ABCD structure, and from here we start to recreate a bullish trend. Bullish trend is considered when there are series of highs and lows created on the chart, because that's a definition of a bullish trend. So if we manage to get the new or renewed bullish direction, creation of higher highs, higher lows, series of that increases the chance that the bulls are ready to take this control. And that's the two scenarios I want to see, because I cannot predict, no one can predict how exactly the price will decide to move. And because my longer term analysis is bullish, that's why I am looking for bullish scenarios on the lower time frame. Okay, and once I spot them, that's how I know I would want to get involved. And currently I see two scenarios. One of them, the deeper correction, as I explained, if this becomes 3 lower highs, lower lows, and the other one is simply that the ABCD was completed and now we start to recreate 3 higher highs, higher lows, hinting for a bullish continuation while this low holds. Which of the scenarios will take control? It is impossible to predict, and I'm not here to make predictions. I'm here to explain how I plan to look for my bullish opportunities potentially to get involved. So that's the 3 pairs from the Forex which I have for the weekly forecast. And as always, if you want to enjoy from our full list that we share on the daily basis with live market analysis and our trading reports, I invite you to join us in Traders Academy Club and to join from a full list of opportunities as we spot them on daily basis. The next ones which I want to share would be the silver and the oil. So on the silver right now, it still looks like the corrective phase not over. So ideally we are experiencing that. Again, by ideal we are going to the area of 17 to 16. From there, it would be classical place to start and look for the further bullish continuation. Why would I expect a bullish continuation for the longer run? Because from my point of view, and again I might be wrong here, but the way I see that, we are currently facing here a great slowdown with the bullish real signs taking place, and I would expect a beginning of a long-term rallies. The way that the daily is structured is simply higher highs, higher lows, so corrective cycle would be ideal here, and then forward the continuation upside. And the oil also delivered a very good first trending structure to the upside. As the economies open in many countries, they start to reopen things. More and more and more usage is expected of the oil. More and more demand for that, and the price is likely to continue higher. So these drops, I believe, are temporary, and afterwards we should be experiencing continuation to the upside. Oil was also one of the instruments I covered during the week with the day trading ideas. If you missed that, right now on the right top corner of the video you can find the direct link to that and watch how on the short term we managed to enjoy these pullbacks and a great drop it delivered. It looks tiny, but for day trading opportunity to enjoy from 100 points move in such a quick pace, it's pretty much fantastic. So from my point of view, as I said, after the correction is done, I expect a bullish further move. And we do need to pay attention to that, because if we gain third low here, we get a series of 3 lower highs, lower lows, which hints for a potential deeper correction into waves before the bullish continuation. Another very interesting thing to pay attention to is the fact that oil producing countries, they agreed to cut the production on the previous months. It takes June with the consideration. There were no discussions for further runs after July as well. So the closer we get there, the stronger the pressure might be also on the shorter term bearish view that causes these corrections. Let me know, how do you see the oil and what would be your expectations from the prices of oil? Next one on the list, Lufthansa. A few weeks ago I shared this first view on Lufthansa with the break of this wedge. Now the first push was fantastic. What's next? Once again, as I mentioned before, I do expect more and more demand for the transportation, the flights and so on as their economies reopen. So personally, I think that we should seek further continuing recovery to the upside, and Lufthansa, the way I expect it to be, is one of those I expect more. This is currently the sort of ABCD correction right now on this one. So as long as this trend line holds, from my point of view, the bullish view here remains on. And the next one and the last one for this video is Ethereum, which I also find super interesting. For the longer term, the way I see that, likely to see a bullish continuation. It ended with this bullish divergence here. Since then, the first leg to the upside, a deep correction, and likely to assume we are rebuilding the bullish momentum. On the lower time frame, we have here the structure of the highs and the lows hinting for an uptrend. But on the short-term view, this clearance zone around the psychological 250 is acting strong. So I believe that we have around this area the chances to see further continuation to the downside. We might see that developing from here or after attempt to create a new high with a divergence. Both scenarios would be totally acceptable, but I believe that the correction period is coming. And after that, longer term bullish view would remain on. So this is my list for the coming week, which I wanted to share with you in this video. And for more instruments as they develop, I invite you to join us in our trading club, the Traders Academy Club, and to enjoy from your daily access to live market analysis, coming together with a detailed trading report. Everything is prepared for you. So I hope to see you with us. The links to join and to learn more information about our club below this video, in the description and in the pinned comment inside the comment section. Meanwhile, thank you very much for your time watching this video. I hope you'll find it useful, interesting, educational, and I wish you all the best. Please stay safe, be well, and all the best wishes to you and yours. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you soon with more content and ideas.